Hi everyone, I hope you all had a great day. As I was cooking dinner, I was thinking of ways to make some extra income because everything is so expensive and it's getting hard to afford a lot of things, especially food. I did some research and I came across something that's called the Food Freedom Act, and there are different states that offer this. And what it is, it allows for the sale on, it allows for the sale and consumption of homemade foods. In other words, you can sell the foods that you've made at home, as long as they're labeled. So what is the Food Freedom Act? The Food Freedom Act allows the sale and consumption of homemade foods. You can sell non-potentially hazardous foods such as jams, breads, canned foods that are shelf stable, provided they are properly labeled and disclosed to be homemade. You can sell them without any licensing, permitting, or inspection requirements. The important part is that the food is being labeled, that it has not been inspected by the state or the federal government. Now, there are own rules and laws on this. So I will add a link to the description box with some of the research that I did and where I found my information, which will hopefully help you in finding what your state's requirements are. But a lot of people cook, and they cook some really good food. So why not sell some of it? Why not make some extra money? As long as the person who is purchasing it knows that it has not been inspected by the state or the federal government. And of course, you have to label it that way. There's so many people out there right now who need that extra income. And it is hard to come by. Unfortunately, a lot of people are getting laid off or just don't make a lot at the employment they do have. So doing something like this brings in extra revenue. It helps a little bit to buy groceries or even just put gas in the car.
Food Freedom Act. It passed with bipartisan support. It also has support from several parties around the state. State Capitol reporter Chris O'Brien spent some time with a fermenter and a farmer to find out why it's getting so much love.
Soiree Leone is a fermentation expert. Her background is in pharmaceuticals, but when she began fermenting decades ago, she just couldn't stop.
It's been about 30 years. I started fermenting foods with cheesemaking. Cheesemaking was my gateway to fermentation, and that continues to be my passion, is cheesemaking.
For years, though, she technically hasn't been able to sell her product legally. On July 1st, that changed. The Tennessee Food Freedom Act went into effect, essentially allowing people to sell non-perishable food items without a license. It opened the door for people like Soiree to sell more home-cooked food in places like farmers markets or local grocery stores.
I think that's wonderful because it's an opportunity to have food-centric businesses that support our regional food shed. A lot of these businesses, they're working directly with the farmer right down the road.
In fact, Soiree gets much of her produce and her products for fermentation just down the street at Flower and Bee Farm in Cornersville.
It means a great deal to be part of Soiree's community, and it makes us feel really good that what we do, winds up on people's plates.
Deborah McManus runs the farm with her husband. The Food Freedom Act directly impacts local farms, too, by allowing farmers to have more access to markets, promoting local purchase as opposed to imports.
The Food Freedom Act really does promote the local food economy in ways we don't even understand all the implications of it yet.
If you like this video, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for visiting my channel, and I hope to see you again. Let me know if you have any comments or if you know of any other programs that might help others in need.